What's up, Cancer? I am Amber. This is Orion Royalty, and today I am going to do a general read for you. So if it resonates, please take it. If this is not your story, don't make it fit, okay? So I have pulled for the overall energies, okay? For the major arcana, I have the Hierophant. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Magician in reverse. I just took my vitamins. It's really late in the day, but hopefully they kick in here soon. Cancer, for the amberisms, or just a little deck of random things that I wrote down. Not random, but anyways, we have I hate you. Do you need a hug, Cancer? I got you. Okay. At the bottom of the deck. As usual, you know. I can't speak English. Anyways, we have brighter days ahead, but it was in reverse. And underneath that, the things I want to do to you. Okay, so I definitely feel like we're missing someone. Okay, we might have a love-hate situation going on here. Okay, maybe you're feeling very sexually attracted to someone still, but I feel like you think that some kind of commitment has taken a turn for the worse or is over, possibly. And I feel like our anger towards that ending or separation is not over just yet. And that's okay. You know what? Maybe it's deserved. I don't know. I just work here. I just read these cards. Anyways, so that's what we have. I will say I do feel like you are mirroring this energy with whoever we are in separation from, or what, you know, whoever we just had some kind of ending with. So I feel like both of y'all, I don't know. You know what? Before I even say, I'm just going to pull some cards and we will go from there. Okay. So Spirit, what for Cancer? Not the 10 of Cups being the first card out here. Love, hate, huh? I feel like the highs are high, Cancer, and the lows are low. Okay. What do we have here? Yep, the Hierophant again. Okay. 7 of Swords in reverse. Okay, interesting. Now I'm intrigued. Now you have me intrigued, Cancer. So I'm just going to pull. Pardon. Okay. Hold, please. Here, what for Cancer? That is a shit ton. Not taking it. Although, actually, yeah, I probably should have. Okay. So we're going to take all the ones that came out. We have the 9 of Cups. The King of Cups. The Strength card. The Emperor. And the King of Pentacles in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the Lovers. Okay, so you could be dealing with a Gemini. We have Gemini energy out here. We also have Taurus energy out here twice. We have a low vibrational Virgo at the bottom of the deck over there. Leo. Actually, I'm going to hold both of these. Leo and Aries. Okay. So, I feel like you or this other person or both of you, and I do feel like it is both of you, since I'm seeing, for whatever reason, Spirit is right off the bat directing me to the jewels. Okay. Let me just sit with this because I really haven't even processed what's out here yet. And I feel like we've been a good tea. I feel like this is about to be juicy. I'm not even gonna lie. But I do feel like you or this person, or both of you, are reflecting on how valuable this connection was. Okay? So let's start from the beginning. Okay, I'm just noticing that we have 2 kings out here. So this could be a same-sex relationship. Doesn't have to be. Could also be that both of you are trying to have the control here. Okay, we do have the Emperor out here, which is definitely an energy of wanting to dominate. So, okay, I'm trying my best to start from the beginning and hurry because time is not on my side today, and never ever is multitasking on my side. So I feel like I'm going to be all over the place because I'm trying to hurry. So I apologize. There's a lot going on out here, and I'm really just trying to start at the beginning of this story. Okay. And I will just say, I feel like this connection is important to both of you. I definitely do feel like it is a love-hate situation going on here. I feel like, I don't know, this is very interesting, and this is why I'm saying we shall see what's going on over here, because I feel like one or both of you, but it feels heavily on the both of you. I feel like both of you still have a shit ton of love when it comes to each other. Okay, but I feel like both of you are kind of feeling like your needs are not being met. Okay, the stability is not there. Yeah, exactly. Your needs are not being met. Okay. What the hell is my dog doing? Sorry. I'm telling you, there are just like so many, I feel so distracted in this read, okay? Maybe both of you have a lot going on, or maybe both of you are just very attractive people, okay? And it doesn't even have to be like your physical appearance, okay? The goals that you could have achieved could have put you on some kind of platform. So now it's like you're showing up as this very attractive person. There's just all different ways that a person can be attractive, right? Is what I'm trying to say. But anyways, I feel like this is a toughie. Okay, I feel like this is a difficult situation, and that's what I was saying, okay, because I was trying to figure out, like, what the hell is going on here, because this shit is all over the place. We got I hate you, we got, what the hell was underneath this? The things I want to do to you, okay, so, somebody wants to hate, just saying, I don't know, it's out there. But I feel like both of you want a solution. I think that right now we might be in this phase where it's like maybe this is fresh and we both just need to cool down. Man. Because at the bottom of the deck over here for my decks, we have, what the hell does this say? Overcoming any obstacles. Okay. So I do feel like we just need to, let things cool down, okay? Let things cool down. Let both of you get in some kind of better headspace, okay? Because at the underneath that card, we have lay a solid foundation, okay, with the beaver spirit. So I think we just need to cool down, you know, and then after we are both thinking clearly, then we can come back and lay some kind of foundation here. Okay, some kind of solid foundation. And I do feel like it is important, Cancer, because I feel like both of you are feeling like you're not getting your needs met. Okay, so both of you feel like there is a lot of love here, but both of you are kind of questioning, like, is this something that can flourish long term? Okay, and I will say I do feel like it is. Okay, beautiful cards out here. Beautiful cards. Okay, the only issue is both of you want to be in control of this situation. And I don't know. I'm doing some new research, so I don't know. I'm not going to say that. But I do feel like you and this person are both a wish fulfillment to one another. Okay? I think both of you intuitively know, and that's what I'm going to say, right? Like intuitively know, because so to say that in a way that's not so technical, right? I feel like both of you, as soon as you saw each other, it might have been like an instant recognition of this person's soul. Like as soon as you saw them, you were like, I know them. I've known this person before. Okay. I do feel like both of you feel like you're soulmates here. Okay. And I will say, I feel like both of you do think that, you know, it's very interesting. Because we have, you know, the rhino spirit over here, which is saying overcoming any obstacles. But usually in spell work, when I have, you know, when like my spells are kind of feeling like they're being blocked or whatever, I have an elephant statue that I put in front of my spell work, right? Because this is also a very humongous, like it's a big symbol in at least, you know, witchcraft of removing obstacles. Okay, so I definitely feel like both of you are not wanting things to be over. Both of you are wanting to find some kind of solution here to the problem. Okay, and quite honestly, I'm not mad at this. I'm not, okay? Because I feel like I can work with this. Okay, I feel like you can work with this. They can work with this. Okay, we just need a little bit of communication here. You know, mature communication about, hey, you know, I feel like this need is not being met. And then the other person, you know, you reciprocate, you know, we just need to talk, basically, okay, about what needs are not being met and how we can provide more stability in making sure that one another's needs are met, okay? Also, I feel like both of you probably need to try to release some kind of control. So that one is obviously going to be a little easier said than done. Okay. But in the grand scheme of things, overall, I mean, of all the things that could go wrong in a connection, you know, which are endless possibilities, in the grand scheme of things, this is not bad, okay? I feel like for the most part, we just need to have communication, because it feels like the biggest problem is that there's miscommunication, right? Because someone trying to show, hey, I want this, doesn't always work. Sometimes, I know with me, like, if you are not, I walk around like freaking the absent-minded professor, okay? So, like, if you don't you can't beat around the bush with me. If you don't flat out ask me, I will not pick up on the notes, the hints, okay? So I feel like that's what's happening here, okay? I feel like both of you just need to be very honest about what it is that you want from the other person, okay? So, like I said, in the grand scheme of all that could go wrong in a connection, I can work with this. I'm here for it. I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Okay. So, you know, if you are watching this wondering if, you know, you and your person are going to either get through some kind of argument or come back from separation, I would definitely say it's a yes. Okay. Yeah. The sun. I would definitely say it is a yes. Okay. And again, well, not again, but again, if you've seen any of my other videos, because I always talk, I don't know why, but the sun card is always one that I look at as far as like characters. And normally, you know, on the original tarot, you know, there's just a little boy on the sun card. Okay. But these are two whole ass adults. Okay. So, you know, it's giving me the vibes. Sorry, there's something coming in about sexual orientation. It doesn't have, you could be in a heterosexual connection, okay? Doesn't have to be. We also have 2 kings out here, like I said. But they are joined together by one strand, okay? One cord. And like I said, it's a couple and not one child. So, confirmation. I feel like both of you make each other happy, and I feel like it would make both of you happy to come back together or to end some kind of argument here, okay? Exactly. But I feel like both of you are just silent, okay? And it could be out of pride, okay? Not wanting to admit where we're wrong, okay? Because this is sitting right over, it's sitting over this obstacle, okay? And it's sitting over this pride and ego. Okay, so pride and ego could literally be the obstacle here because both of y'all are missing each other, okay? Both of you are in this energy of I hate you, and it's not because they like actually hate you. It's because they feel like they love you so much and they're not getting what they want from you, and so that is making them feel all kinds of emotions, right? Or you, or I would say both of you, because this feels like a whole lot of mirroring energy. Okay, both of you are sitting here in this energy of, God, I love you so much. You're my everything. But why aren't you just giving me this one thing that I need? And I'm so pissed about it, but I'm not going to say anything. And that's 5 major arcana cards right out here. Okay, so that is a shit ton. But we do have the devil. Okay. That wanted to make an appearance. Okay, so yeah, I feel like if you're angry, okay, really you can only be, I'm not going to take this, Spirit said don't take it, but it is the Hanged Man. Okay, if you're angry, like that someone is not meeting, I don't know, and I guess, you know, but do please keep in mind that this is a general read. Okay, so this may not be your exact situation, but for someone, I feel like you can't really be mad that your needs are not getting met if you're not expressing that you want them met. Does that make sense? Spirit, clarify the 7 of Swords and the Emperor. We have the 9 of Swords in reverse. Okay, so that's where both of you are wanting to be in control here, okay? That's why we're seeing they're going hand in hand, okay? And I'm gonna say somebody's looking at their partner and they're like, oh, it's all their fault, they need to apologize. And somebody needs to realize that it takes 2, okay? It takes 2 to tango. It is never one person's fault in a connection. There are always 2 people, okay? Besides that, you're mirroring that energy. Both of you are sitting in pride and ego. Don't want to confess that they're hurt because they're not getting what they want. And it feels pretty damn important. But both of you want to wear the crown of who can be stubborn the longest. And I understand that in this day and age, right, like it is just so crucial for people not to come off desperate, or it's so crucial, not desperate, because please don't come off desperate. That's not what I'm trying to say. But I feel like it's so crucial that people hide that they care today. Is the stupidest thing ever. Because you're not happy being apart from this person, but don't want to get out of this ego. You don't want to be the one to show that you care. And this other person is in the same damn energy and nobody's doing anything about it. So we're just sitting over here like, I hate you. But the things I want to do to you. Both of you are trying to act like you're not pressed about this situation. Both of you are trying to act like you're not stressed. that you're not looking at this other person, that you're not stalking them or spying on them or still keeping an eye on them. Both of you are. It's an easy fix. It's an easy fix. And you know what? Sometimes it's really, really worth it to just be the one to come in and say, you know what? I fucked up. Okay, I know we both had issues, but I fucked up too. And I just want to fix this. I do care about it. Like, it is, sometimes it's so worth it, okay? Because you love this person. You want to continue to have good times with them and you're missing them. So tell them. Okay, clarify. Yeah, I gotta hurry. Clarify the Nine of Cups. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. The Queen of Wands. Four of Cups in reverse. Okay, and that's what I'm saying. That's what we started saying at the beginning of the read. Maybe we just need some time to cool down. Okay. Because I feel like both of you are still heated over what has happened here. Okay. But what you do need to understand, I don't know. This could be, there's just a random fly that came in here. Did you see that? Okay. Monitoring spirits. Anyways, okay, so somebody could be all up in your business, okay? Someone could, this is a side note for somebody since that fly just flew by me. Somebody needs to keep their personal life personal, okay? Because I feel like you got somebody over here who actually tried to manipulate a situation between you and your person. They wanted to break you up. For a specific person, somebody was literally over here doing breakup spells behind your back. But is always asking you how you and your partner are doing. And let me tell you right now, it's not because they're concerned. So stop spilling the tea to this person. It's not because they're concerned. It's because they want to know if their spell work is working. Keep your mouth shut. Anyways, so I definitely feel like we need to be more mindful about the advice that we're taking. And honestly, I would say unless they're like a professional, okay, or you know that they have your best, I mean, you know, okay, that they have your best interest at heart, I wouldn't ask people for their opinion. And I'm going to leave it at that because I'm not going to tell you what I just... Sometimes my spirit guides are really rude. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to kick it. Sometimes they are. So we just have to, no, I'm not gonna say that. Okay, but really I just think that the two of you need some time to calm down. Both of you need some time to reflect here and get out of this fucking egotistical energy. Both of you. Okay, you heard me, right? Both of you. And then we need to be okay with expressing ourselves and having open and honest communication and being vulnerable, okay? And the only way you're going to be comfortable expressing yourself is by having self-worth, self-value, and knowing that if somebody doesn't respond exactly the way that you want them to, it doesn't affect who you are. Because you are not the words that people speak over you, blah, 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 okay? It's not a Dr. Phil moment. But somebody who can openly express themselves is very confident, okay? The Queen of Wands is the most confident queen in the tarot. You know? And a queen, period, does not care about the opinions of her subjects. Okay? A queen... doesn't, anyways, so I think we just need some time to cool down here, Cancer. Spirit, final words, and then we'll get final advice. Anything else that Cancer needs to know right now? Anything else that Cancer needs to know right now? So now we have the Magician out here twice. Okay. High vibrational this time. Bottom of the deck, Queen of Swords. Yeah. And I think that it is, I think we got the final advice there. I think that it is best to cool down. Okay? Because with the Queen of Swords out here, even though she was in the upright, she was giving me the vibes like, I will cut you. Okay? I think that both of you, if there is communication, and I say communication because I don't really feel like it's constructive. I think it's more destructive, I guess. Because I feel like if the two of you are conversating right now, it ain't none nice. Okay? So maybe we need to reel things in, okay? Shut our mouth for a minute, okay? And just take some time to reflect, okay? Because you don't want to end up saying things that you don't mean. And you don't want this person to end up saying things that they don't mean, because even, you know, if it's the heat of the moment and someone says something that they don't mean, in the back of your mind, you're always like, okay, but did you mean that? Did you? Right? So let's just avoid all that, because we don't need any more overthinking here, okay? I definitely feel like this person will be back, okay? Or the two of you will come back together, okay? Yeah, we have surrender now. Okay, just let this situation transform. Right now, we just need to surrender to communicating with this person is honestly what I feel like. I feel like we just need to surrender to this situation. Okay, just take a time out. I feel like if both of you go to your separate corners, okay, we'll have some time to reflect, and then we can come back and, you know, try to make shit shake over here. Right now, I feel like the two of you just need to separate from one another, because neither one of it almost feels like both of you are going to have stuff to say that you don't mean. Yeah, trust in the great mystery, okay? And that's interesting that is out here with surrender now, okay? Because you might be feeling like, nope, this is done. We are done here. And you might even, you know, on a surface level, be kind of concerned that something that you have already said to this person has put the nail in the coffin. And that this person will never be back. What you said to them was too hurtful. And they might even be acting that way. Okay? Right now. But that being said, it feels like you are looking at this situation like it is final. Okay? There are no brighter days ahead when it comes to this connection. And I don't feel like that's true, Cancer. I think that we've had a very heated argument here, or a very heated breakup. And we just need some time to cool down. Okay, I don't feel like this is over, but I feel like in the moment, you know, it feels very final. And so it's hard to trust this great mystery and to surrender to the fact that, okay, I just need to calm down. I just need to separate myself. It's okay to separate myself, right? Because I feel like what's making you feel like it's not okay to be in this separation is you thinking that it is final for this other person, okay? And it's really not. Sorry, I can't get these cards separated. So yeah, I don't feel like it is final for this person, Cancer. We have the Lion Spirit, says be generous of spirit, okay? So that's two lions out here, okay? And it says be generous of spirit. And it's very interesting because we have two lions. This one is out here like, nope, I'm going to hold it all back due to pride and ego. Where this lion is saying, be generous. Okay? And that's what I'm saying. If you are in a connection with somebody that you feel you really, really love and really loves you, that's how you feel at the core of things, you should have no problem expressing yourself openly to someone because you love them. So if you don't feel confident in expressing yourself, we need to ask why. For sure. That's what I'm going to say about that. Okay? But Spirit is saying once you cool down, okay, once you surrender here, cool down, okay? And very interesting. We have like fire energy here and then the whale in the water. Cool down. Let it be. Cool down. Understand that my phone is going to die. Son of a bitch. Understand that sweet results await, okay? Sweet results await. And I think that this is also speaking to the fact that if you are just open and honest and authentic in your communication, saying, look, I'm going to be vulnerable with you. This is what I know it might not seem like this is what I need, right? Because maybe this is just going to be an example. You know, a lot of times independent women come off as them not needing to be nurtured and treated like a pretty little princess, right? And that's not the case. We absolutely desire that, but it's, you know, when you got to be independent, you got to be, okay? So that's just an example. You know, if you're feeling like, I need you to love me more, I need you to show me that you love me, it's okay. And I feel like if you're open and honest with this person, you will find that sweet results await. Okay? What's at the bottom of this deck? And then I got to motherfucking go. Love is all around. Okay? With the Nightingale Spirit. So, just, it's not over. Okay, Cancer? It's not. We just need to calm down. Okay? Which is cray-cray. Because not you over here being able to clearly communicate how much you hate this person, but we struggling when it comes to the love. Okay? Let's work on that. But it's not over, okay? It's not over, Cancer. For you or this person, it's not final. We just need a break here. We need to calm down. We need to regroup. And we need to get out of this anger. Okay? I hope that this helps, Cancer. I hope you have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are.